Hello all. Another video on the Mercedes C-Class. I've done one on the taillights for this model and also the headlights and the taillights so far. This one we're going to be changing the internal air filter for the C-Class. Now this can apply, as I said in my other videos, to the C250, C300, C350 models and various others. It just depends. There's variations in the internal filter for the in-cabin air filter for the car, but if you notice when you're driving, if there's a little bit of kind of funky smell in the air or anything else, it's been a while or you've never changed your filter, your internal cabin filter may be the. Get up here. This is the filter that I just received from Amazon. I ordered it. It's for this car. It's a big filter. I mean, you can see my hand up against the filter for the size of it. It's a monster. So it's got the seal all the way up top, all the way around where the seal pushes up on the inside to block the airflow from getting around it. So it's got a seal on it, and it's a microfiber. It's an original OEM, so it's per the manufacturer specifications. So it has all the arrows, alignments, and we'll look at that as we go. When we replace it, but that's the air filter for the C-Class. To take the old one out and put the new one in, we're going to need to get down under the compartment down here. The glove box is there. Right up under the glove box, up under there is where this filter is housed. So I'm recording this on an iPhone. I do have a GoPro, but unfortunately it's being used for another project by another family member, so I'm out of luck. So we're going to do this step by step. I'll string it together with the stuff I have. So this is going to be a series of videos all chained together. We'll look at a step-by-step process of changing this out. Okay, we've already looked at the air filter up here, and down below the glove compartment there's a panel under there that you're going to have to take out. Now there's several screws that you're going to have to undo. Those screws have a little piece in here. It's not a regular screwdriver. It is actually one of these. Okay, it's got the star shape on the end of it that you're going to have to get, and this is for, it says T or X T20, and there's the other number for the side of it for size if you need to figure it out. But that's the actual wrench. This is a Craftsman. But it says TRX T20. There's the other code there, but it's that size right there. Okay, come to find out there's 3 screws. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one over on the other side. Okay, you take those 3 screws out, and that takes that entire panel. Okay, if you look up under here, that's the wire that we took off. That's the other one that's hanging, so this whole panel is gone, and if you can see right there, you've got a little white bar, like a T-bar, and it's got a little panel in it. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to grab that white piece of plastic there, slide it back so that we can retract and remove the filter. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. There it goes. And just drop this whole thing right out of there. There is our old filter. Man, this one doesn't even have the foam on it from the factory. This is the original factory one too. As you can see, it's got some junk in it. It's got, oh yeah, it's got a bunch of junk up in it. You can see where it's discolored all in here, where it's picked up all kinds of crud. This is the nice new one. It's a little whiter. It's clean. Doesn't have any junk on it, and you can see all the junk, the crud that's in here. I'm getting hair dropping out of here too, probably dog hair, God knows what, but you can see the discoloration on it. So we're gonna take this housing off the bottom here, reattach it to the bottom of this one, slide this one up in there, put it back in, reseal it, and put the car back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place this thing right up in there. Okay, just so you know what we're talking about here, I went on Amazon, ordered up an OEM filter. What they sent, and I've already checked, I've already installed the filter, checked it out, everything else. It does fit. It's the exact same filter on here. It is the TYC 800121C cabin air filter. So that's what the box looked. Bracket that was holding this on. Now, if you can look here, there is a arrow pointing that way. Okay, that means that when you put this filter in the car, okay, you want to take this filter with the arrow pointing and you want to point that towards the front of the car when you insert it. So when you insert this, it's going to go up into the filter housing, and that arrow is going to point towards the front of the car. Okay, I figured this out. You see the arrow right there on the front. Okay, that's pointing there. So when you put this piece on, go on this side, and there's little stops here right there. So you'll go ahead and just slide this on over, slide it back, and that stop will stop it, just like that. It up in there. Now you're going to need to use both hands. You're going to need to push this and hold it in place, and then you're going to need to move this bracket over and slide it onto the pegs, onto the housing that are under here. Small wire goes into this side, and the bigger wire goes in here, and you can see they're two different sizes, two different pieces. So we're going to put those back in. We're going to push this back up, put those 3 screws back in, and job will be complete. So hope this helped. Put all this back in, should be good to go. We did want to show you one thing on here. Looks from the outside like it's, you know, whatever it's in there, but if you actually pull apart, you can see all the debris in here. See all this junk that's in there, all that? It's dust, it's hair, it's organic material, leaves, all that. So when you start getting a little bit of a funky smell, or it, you know, get in there, I kind of put my nose to the filter and smelled around, and man, you can smell it a little bit. So if you're getting kind of a funky odor, your filter might be to blame. Okay, so we have our underlining here completely redone. Everything's put back in, all the screws are back in. And if I wasn't doing a video, I'd say I probably did this in about 10 minutes. With the video, it probably took about 15-20 minutes to do. So it's a relatively simple operation. Don't need to go down to the dealer to do it or anything else. Just take out 3 screws, disconnect 2 wires, which are 2 different sizes. It's extremely simple to see how they go back together. They only clip in the housings one way. Put it all back together, slide it up, and put your 3 screws back in there, and boom, 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 you're done. Talk to you later. If you need anything else on the C300, let me know. I'll see if I can figure it out for you. Bye.